What's up, y'all? Y'all already know, Young Izzy. Hold on, let me try to turn the brightness up on this. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I guess that's good. Anyways, what's up, guys? We're here. We back. I got a new little setup. I got a desk right now, so it's we gonna get used to it and everything. I guess it's gonna be my background for a minute. I got my door open and everything for my bathroom and shit, so don't even mind what y'all seeing and shit like that. Actually, let me go close the door for real. Don't want y'all all up in my business and shit. Alright. Anyway, so I came here real quick. I wanted to get this off my chest. Excuse me 1 second. Because my next video was gonna be about my own definitions of a player, an alpha, a beta, and different other words, because I'm gonna be throwing those words around, and I think it's imperative, which is like, I think it's important, basically. But I think it's important for me to speak on the definitions of those things, because I think as a 24-year-old man, and for those who will be watching my content, I believe they'll be around my age, or they'll be younger. Maybe they could be grown as well, but they might not know the right words or the context. And I'm just throwing it around, every video here and there. Also, I just believe, because it's I think it's good to have your own personal definition on certain words, because there's levels to those words. You know what I mean? And we all have our own perspective. We all have our own viewing of what we think about these words and everything. So that'll be the next video. But for right now, I just had to get this on my chest first. You know what I mean? Had to get the cut, got the braids, shout out Lola. But so this one has been coming to me just because the way I've been living and where life has been taking me, life has been guiding me. You know what I mean? I'm still human. I still experience human thoughts at times. You know what I mean? Human emotions and everything. I'm still man at the end of the day. It's just embrace where you are, and that resonates very deeply with me. And what I really mean by embrace where you are is to know that where you are and what's going on is all temporary. Nothing lasts forever. Even where I am. Like, although I'm so grateful for this space, I'm grateful for these memories, I'm grateful for where I am, I'm grateful for this job that I have, everything, this new desk. This is just where I am right now, because I think it's so easy for us to get so caught up in like, oh, I got this desk, but I could have a bigger desk. Or I have this background, but it could be a better background. Or I got this chain, but it could be an iced out more chain. Or I got this, it's just like, we just want more and more and more, which is great. Have that desire, most definitely, but we have to also embrace where we are. Because this is just a stepping stone, you know what I mean? This is like just one step. And maybe in 3 months, you'll get to take that other step, you know what I'm saying? It will just happen. And as long as we just, and this is something that I'm learning a lot more now, is letting go and enjoying the process, basically. Because when you let go of the outcome, everything starts coming along more often. I know before I used to definitely be so focused on the outcome that I ended up, what was it like? I ended up missing the outcome, something like that. Like, I ended up messing up or something like. Y'all get what I'm trying to say, though. Those who know, but that's basically, I would mess up the outcome because I'd be so focused on the outcome that I wouldn't actually have the outcome that I want. So it's just about letting it go and embracing where you are and understanding that this is where you need to be at the moment, and you got to be true, and you got to be grateful for that type of thing. Because hey, like, yeah, you want to be on stage in front of 1,000 people, but your next show is only gonna be 50 people. That 50 will multiply times 4 times 20. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Sometimes I put words together when I talk, but it's to embrace it and to be grateful. You know what I mean? Because this is not forever right now. And I know I just, I repeated that. But that's because I'm still embedding that in my head. Like, I'm ingraining it every time, all the time, every day, to be honest. Please excuse the background. My roommates are having a good time back there. But for people, we can get just so caught up on other people's lifestyles or more of our wants, and we stay in our head so much rather than embracing this present moment, right? You know what I mean? And it could even be anything, though. It doesn't even have to be the things that you want. It could be, like, let's say you're heartbroken over a woman or a man. You know what I mean? Like, you heartbroken over those things, and you're like, fuck, like, this is so much going on. You're going through the motions and everything. But here's the thing too, because I'm not going through a heartbreak. However, like I'm going through something that has to do with some women in my life. You know what I mean? But and some things didn't work out well, right? And so I feel the emotions that's coming around, and I'm just thinking like, hey, you know what? Like you can find yourself so easily running away from those emotions, right? And shout out to Mr. Lucario, because I just watched his stream the other day. He was talking about this too, and this is something I practiced even before I watched his stream. But it's like you just gotta accept it. You know what I'm saying? I was telling myself I'm just gonna embrace it, because there's nothing crazy happened in my situation. But it was just like the emotion that was come with it. I think it's very easy, especially for men, to run away from those emotions. Women can do it as well, but for men, I know specifically that we can run away from our emotions, or we can tend to just hide them or express them as an outburst or with anger or whatever the case is, something unhealthy for us. So it's like embrace it. It's like embrace where you are, and that's physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Because what you're gonna want to do is embrace those emotions that you have. Because here's the thing: when you have those emotions, that is you needing to embrace that. Because those emotions, first of all, don't act on them. You know what I mean? Unless you make it some poetry, unless you're doing something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, emotions is just energy and emotion, and you don't want to do on that. And I keep talking about emotions, so I definitely will make my video on that soon. Don't worry, it's coming for sure. But embrace your state of mind, and embrace what you're thinking right now. Embrace what you're feeling. Like if you going, let's just say you're going through some whole phase shit, you know what I'm saying? You running around fucking all these hoes or whatever the case is you're doing, then embrace that. Live that, because that's what you need to do for yourself, and that's where you are, because you eventually you'll grow out of it. And if you don't, I mean, then hey, you do what you do. You're conscious, you know. Your fate equals decisions. Decision equals fate. Shout out to my mom. We was talking about that the other day. But that would be a great video too. Fate equals decisions. Yeah, that's fire. But embrace where you are physically. If you're not physically fit, but you know you're working up there, embrace what that is right there, because that's acceptance, that's understanding, and that ultimately all this equals to confidence. Because once you embrace your emotional state, you embrace the feelings that are coming, you embrace the emotions that are happening, but you're not acting on it, but you are taking note that, hey, you know what, this is what I'm feeling, this is what is going on. You start to become more mature in your emotions. You can start handling those energies, you know what I'm saying? And when you accept and you embrace where you are physically, you start to express more gratitude. You start to work towards other things to help you get to your goal, to your desired goal that you see in your future. And spiritually, you know what I mean? Hey, this is where I am spiritually, but I know I make it practices. So you see what I'm saying? It's embrace. Keyword of this month, leading up to however you need. Really, it's a key of life. We're gonna be real. Is to embrace. Let's just embrace everything. Let's embrace what we are, what we got going on, no matter what it is, because it's all temporary. You know why? And once you embrace, right, you accept, and once you accept, you also understand. And once you understand, boom, you're like, okay, you know what, I get it. And now I can move through it. And another thing, though, is that when we are embracing and accepting, though, and understanding, we still got to keep moving regardless of what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just because you embrace it doesn't mean sit down for like 3 hours and let that happen. You know what I'm saying? If you need to for your own sake, then do that. But I'm just saying, once you embrace, you got to keep it moving. You got to keep it flowing. You got to keep it going and everything. Just because you embrace it don't mean you got to sit still. Embracing is accepting. So that's the message for today. I need to get that off my chest. Hope y'all doing well. Choose love, choose peace, choose to evolve. That's what we're doing. We are evolution. You have a voice for a reason. It's Young Izzy. We're here together. You know what I'm saying? Peace.